Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Anguilla, and welcome to the mighty Cessna 152. And this may look like just another flight to you, but to me it's something special because I have my Honeycomb Bravo back.
State restored.
Oh, it feels so nice. So I had some problems with the reverse thrusters for the jet throttles. And so I didn't have to, but I was able to send it back, which is fantastic, and get a new one. So I just got it. Let's go rotating beacon on, mixture rich. You know what? I forgot. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot that I set a binding on my Bravo for carb heat, which means if I plug this in, there we go, carb heat. Carb heat is cold. Astron batteries, which is on. There is no fuel pump. Let's make sure the fuel is on. Let's take a quick look outside, make sure there's nobody out there to kill or maim. Correct the throttle. Engage the starter. Good start. Throttle to 1200. Oil pressure is good. Magneto is back to both. Lean the mixture for taxi. Now with strobe lights on. Taxi light on. Let's close the door. I am back in business, as it were, which is pretty sweet. Lean the mixture for taxi. Alright, let's toes on the brakes. Let's release the parking brakes. And give us a little nudge here. And test the brakes as soon as we get moving. Brakes are working just fine. And you were just spared the pleasure of me sneezing in the microphone. I just had to sneeze. And anyway, I had an early version. I'm not going to do the run up and all the flight control checks and all that stuff. Let's just close the windows and get out of here, because I've got someplace to be in like now. Anguilla traffic, Cessna 4753 X-ray taking off runway 11, right crosswind departure to the south, Anguilla. Taxi, landing light on rather. Alright, mixture is rich, carb heat's cold, flaps are set. I do not see anybody on the runway. So I had one of the very early Honeycomb Bravos, and it was a little bit, there was some kind of clickiness or some like resistance in some of the throttle, lever. Heading indicator checks with the runway number. Takeoff power is coming in. I'm going to turn my transponder off. I did this transponder on rather. I did this the other day. Alright, oil pressure is good. Airspeed is alive. Accelerating normally. 65 knots, and we'll rotate. It was kind of like there was a bit of a resistance in the travel for the rudder, some of the throttle, particularly the numbers 2 and 3 slots. And the first thing I've noticed with this one is that it's perfectly smooth. Like it's like a hot knife through butter. It's just awesome. So I don't know whether it's just, I don't believe I damaged the other one in any way. So it may just be that that I was, unlucky last time. I don't know. But I do know that this one is really, really smooth. It's literally like a hot knife through butter. Just awesome. The feeling of moving the throttles through the range. So, and because I had, you know, a Bravo set up before, basically plug and play, which is fantastic. I don't have to like mess around with it, you know. So for anybody who saw my reboxing video, I didn't do an unboxing video. I figured that was kind of pointless at this point, and I am loving this little Cessna. This is the WBSim JPLogistics mod, and this I like looking for liveries that look like they fit in the Caribbean, and this livery is just awesome. This livery is just awesome. Really pretty happy with it. And got some boats out and about, got some airplanes out and about, looks like. Got some clouds here in the Eastern Caribbean today. Everything is just looking beautiful. Everything is looking beautiful. And quite happy with my my setup here. Grandcast traffic, Cessna 4753 X-ray, 3 mile left base, runway 12, Grandcast. So happy I'm not even paying attention to what I'm doing. So let's go carb heat on. Power to 2000. Back into the flap range here. And oh, that feels so nice to reach over and hit my flap lever. Second notch of flaps here in the good old Cessna 152. And there we are. Two white, two red, which is actually a little lower than we want to be. Grandcast traffic, Cessna 4753 X-ray, 2 mile final runway 12, Grandcast. And the reason it's a little lower than we want to be is that that PAPI is set for the cockpit height of the biggest airplane that flies in here. So for this particular airplane, really, you want to be on most PAPIs. What you really want is about 3 white, 1 red, which is exactly what we've got right now. That'll do you mighty fine in most PAPIs. Yeah, see, we were dropping a little bit more than 500 feet a minute, but I knew it was going to last because I know the energy state of my airplane. Grandcast traffic, Cessna 4753 X-ray, short final, runway 12, Grandcast. And now, I know that is going to drop, so we're just going to add a little bit of power. Now we'll bring that back out. 65 knots. Little bit of a left crosswind. Little bit of power out now. Little bit of power out now. Watch that speed come down to about 60. Yeah. You don't scare me. I will keep it right about 60. So those turn 4 red, but that's again for not for this airplane. And pull out the power. A little bit of right rudder, a little bit of left aileron. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you like to see it done. We'll put our carb heat in, lean that mixture for taxi. And we'll put we'll wait till we get across this double yellow line here. And we will declare ourselves Grandcast traffic, Cessna 4753 X-rays, clear the runway, Grandcast. Alright, and now we can put our flaps up. Mixture's lean for taxi. Let's turn our landing light off. And even though it's not the cool thing to do, the cool thing to do would be to go over to the reception area, the arrivals area, but we are a GA aircraft, so we'll come over here and we'll park in the GA section. For those of you who don't have the Princess Juliana package for flights for Microsoft Flight Simulator, I would encourage you to get it. Make sure idle cutoff throttle is idle, carb heat is cold, flaps are up. Let's set the parking brake, turn our lights off, mags off, master and battery switches off. I would encourage you to get it because you also get Grandcast Airport, which is a great little airport. This is one of my favorite airports to fly in and out of, and very, very underrated. So quick flight to test out the new Bravo, looking good. So we'll look for some more flying coming soon, and I hope you guys are doing well. Talk soon.